Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we catch up with one of the original ABV Network superfans, Jeff from Iowa. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Katie Joyce, Tim Swyatt, and Jeff from Iowa.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. So, Jeff from Iowa, we can't wait to catch up, find out where he's been, what's been going on in his life. Does he still listen? Does he follow what we do anymore? I don't know. We haven't asked him any of those pre-questions. We're going to find out live on the air, but we'll get to that kind of stuff after the break. For right now, Jeff said there's something on another topic you wanted to talk about. What is that, Jeff?
Okay, I have some of the most brilliant bourbon minds at my disposal right now, so I have a question. I went to an antique store. I'm going to try to make it. I know I get long-winded all the time. That's one of my devils. So I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. I went to an antique store. I saw a decanter. It looked like a car battery, like an AC Delco car battery.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Jim Beam. And I got to looking closer, and the tack seal had not been ripped yet. It was perfectly intact. All right.
Yeah.
And so I called the person over. It was in a locked case. So I called the person over to come grab it. He goes to pick it up, and he can't pick it up with one hand because he's like a really old man. So I'm like, this thing's full. And they wanted $30 for it. I was like, this thing's full. This is awesome. So he hands it to me, and I give it a little shake, and I kind of inspect the tack seal a little bit better, and I was just like, yeah, I'll take it, because I heard it sloshing around in there,
Yeah.
And the tack seal looked immaculate. So I get it home. Well, the first thing that happened was the person who rang me up at this antique store must have been his first day or something like that, because he like put it in paper and then started wrapping it around, like it just shredded the tack seal. I mean, it still is intact, but little chips of the edges are off. Okay. So I got home, gave it a further inspection, and there's a teeny tiny little tear, like down. It's not at where the opening should be. It's down about a half inch below that.
Okay.
Now, what do you think? Do you think, and it's all the way through the tack seal. So do you think these guys pulled out the hair dryer and lifted that, or do you think that's normal?
No, that's normal. That stuff is fragile, man. So I think you got a real one. Those I mean, $30 is a tremendous value, but they're not crazy, expensive. That wasn't a $5,000 find you just found for $30.
Right. No.
So yeah, no one's going to refill it for that. It's just it's just natural wear and tear of something being that old, probably almost 50 years old, 45 years old, something like that. So yeah. No, that's cool. I think that's real.
I just want to see if that was common or not. I was going to text Wes, but I didn't be able to be like, hey, we haven't talked for a while. I need your help, because he's the
dusty guy. He's the dusty guy. So he could have helped out.
Do you think? Okay, well, I'll probably.
Katie, what do you think? You think that thing's real? Oh, Katie's froze, or maybe not. Oh, no. She was froze on the question. It locked her up.
Yeah, the brain was frozen. I was pondering.
She's frozen. All of a sudden, her eyes moving. I'm like, shit. No, she's here. She's
alive.
I was frozen on the inside.
Because her mouth is even open. She's like, then the eyes move. I'm like, whoa.
I trust nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, given that since it's not a super rare one and they didn't have it like marked up and like advertised as like still full original,
Right.
that makes me feel much, much better about it. So
Yeah.
given that those additional facts, I do feel much better about that. And I mean, the age of it, like you said, it started to tear more just from the guy not wrapping it carefully.
Right, yeah.
So right there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think I bet it's real.
Yeah, but it's real too.
I have to say, it sounds like, I mean, if it was marked up, probably like, maybe not. But at $30,
right?
Like, no one's trying to make a fucking profit. Like,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, buy a bottle of Beam White Label for.
I mean, like what? Like
they
bought another. Yeah, they bought another bottle for $20, and they already had. I mean, they're not making any profit on it,
right?
Unless they filled it with their piss.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm worried about.
Could be piss.
That's where I'm going, Becca.
You should probably
That's where I'm going.
Find out.
They're like,
it might be piss.
Salty
follow-up report on this now.
Yeah. Or it's 100% real, but you'll have to taste it on air without nosing it and just taste
there you go.
Either the good stuff or the piss stuff.
That's the only solution to this question here.
Maybe I'll bring it for another show. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Tim?
Well, that's good. Thank you.
Is that all you think too?
Or the heck of a headline.
Well, I'm on the other side. I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think they're like, we're going to sucker some guy or gal, some bourbon nut out of $30. We're just going to put this thing up here, fill it with piss, and then make it look real.
Okay.
So we're not going to get shit for this anyways, because there's so many Beam decanters out here. These things aren't moving. So my question would be like, what kind of antique shop or place was this? What was the other stuff there? Just a bunch of shit? Because if it is, that's piss.
That's piss.
No!
Well, now here's the thing: is did the old man look hydrated or not? Because that's how you know by the color of the pee.
This is true. Yes.
He was trying to sell me his pee. Okay.
Okay. Well, there
Was
you
he
go.
dipping?
He
Oh,
looked
they mixed
jaundiced.
in some dip spit for coloring.
Yeah, that's
Little
a word. That's what I'm
iodine.
worried about. Didn't they? Yeah, the chew spit or like the kerosene and all that stuff they used to get the color in there.
Yeah.
I think you have to taste it and find out.
I'm gonna have
Taste
to
and find out. Yeah.
So from the other shit that was in there, Jeff, how relatively priced was this to the other merchandise that was in there? Was everything like at 50 cents or $1 and this is at $30?
Yeah, no. Decanters, everyone thinks they have gold when they have like an old decanter, like an empty decanter, and so they'll price those at anywhere from $10 to $30, I guess, and so I don't know if this person just had one and didn't know what it was, but yeah, I mean, it was in the price range, I guess, but not for a full one. So
yeah.
I just find those antique dealers to be one of the best swindlers left in America.
Yeah,
they're damn good at what they do, and they find ways. And I think it's piss. I can't wait to find out.
It could be
Prove me
piss.
wrong.
Could be piss. Keep us posted, Jeff. Yeah.
I will. I'll keep
us posted.
It's fun if it's well loved or not.
Yeah.
Well, love piss.
Oh my god!
This is my bottle of my battery full of piss.
On that
Honestly,
note,
was the old guy a drunk? Because then there could be an alcohol content to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's piss, but the guy drank bourbon the night before.
There's more bourbon
So
in this piss than piss.
it was Jim Beam piss.
Fair enough.
2.6 ABV.
Authentic.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Guess what? It's time to drink. What are you drinking there, man?
I am actually, like I said, I've been taking a lot of crap for the well-loved bottles. So check out this bottle of Little Book. This is Little Book. I'm not. Oh, hang on. I'm not sure which year it is. I don't have the box. But
You need the neck tag is what you need.
2019.
Okay.
21.
It's actually Booker's.
And,
Yeah.
and so the audience knows it is actually drank down. Like there's
Yeah.
a
There's
bit
Oh, yeah.
left.
Yeah,
There's
look at
a
that.
last show pour-esque amount in there.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
Look at that.
That is
well
It's
loved.
the first one
I
ever
would
for
say.
Jeff.
if
Yeah.
that's
No, this is the last drop of Little Book I've ever seen in my state since it released. So I got it in
Really?
2018, 2019, haven't seen a drop of it since. So.
Okay.
I almost
Let's
just
see how
asked
this
what
is.
state you're from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
From,
this is the first show we're recording.
Yeah.
from Tennessee. Nothing.
No, that was okay.
Audible. Well done. You got
I
the
heard
lead.
it. It'll be better than
You got the-
Tim's. We
All right,
already
yeah,
know.
we'll let Tim go next so you can see what it's like to hold a lead. Go ahead, Tim.
You can see who's been holding and carrying all the weight around here for the comic relief, Jeff. It's been me. We're going to switch my audio settings. We're going to try to Katie
you go.
Joyce-esque this thing by stepping
Yes.
away
Oh,
from the
yeah.
microphone a
Yeah,
little
Katie
bit.
takes like 20
Yes.
minutes to, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a well-loved bottle of Boxing Bear
All right.
from the ABV Barrel Shop
Okay.
that is just below the neck. So very, very well loved.
Love on the
In
outside.
Iowa. Yeah.
We'll give it a try.
Nothing.
I'm so confused by tips.
Right?
I don't even
Don't understand
I
how.
don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tips and tricks don't work for Tim.
We see the arms move and we hear absolutely nothing.
Nothing at
You're
all.
waiting for the
Hear
delay.
my booming voice and everything. It's
I don't
unbelievable.
get it.
Jeff
it's
has
so
the lead.
placid.
Jeff has the lead. What do you got there, Katie?
I also have a well-loved bottle. This is probably the most used bottle I have ever done a cork pop on the show. I usually show up and like, I have 4 brand new bottles tonight. But
Of course. Of course.
so this is Jefferson's Reserve Groth Reserve cask finish.
Okay. Well, here's the setup, microphone moves and placement. And yeah, just look.
I like the golf commentary.
Okay. Okay.
No, Jeff still got you.
I think Jeff's got the lead.
I
Still.
think
Jeff still
I
got you.
agree. I'm with I
Jeff's
think
Jeff's
got it.
clinging to a lead right now.
clinging.
Miss Beka Sue, what do you got?
I have an Jeff from Iowa well-loved bottle here. As you can see,
Yes.
there's been a single pour out of it. But
Oh
I did
gosh!
not throw it out.
Throw
Didn't
it away.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's about
Throw
done.
this away. Well loved. This is the Limestone Branch Rye Whiskey. This is a distillery selection.
Okay.
Let's see. I have drank a lot of this, so we'll see how this does.
Oh. What the
There
hell
was like
happened there?
stuff. I don't know, there's like stuff like stuck. I think Roy spotted that. Like stuff's like stuck on the inside.
Oh yeah, dry rot, little dry rot there.
Little dry rot.
I was thinking
Little dry
chapstick
rot.
because she
Yeah.
took it right from the bottle.
Jeff still has the lead, but
All right.
oh gosh, should I throw him a bone here? I'm gonna go easy on you. I'm gonna go easy on you.
Really?
I'm setting down a good one here. I'm gonna give you a chance here. I've got this Hard Truth well-loved bottle. They don't have this is that great cork, but usually it's only good for one. And this is definitely way more than one to drink out of here. So here we go. See what we got here. Jeff from Iowa, a triumphant return.
It's yours.
You
All
won,
right.
buddy. You won.
Yeah.
Comes
Oh,
in, putting
very
his
nice.
stamp on the ABV Network again.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, everybody.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking to Jeff about what he's been up to. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking to Jeff from Iowa.
Yes, we are. So, famously, the first super fan of what we did is Tony Friend, but clearly different personality than Jeff. Jeff is this crazy, fun guy who laughs a lot and all that, and very out there, likes to post things. Whereas Tony's a little bit more quiet and reserved. So, while Tony may have been the first super fan ever, Jeff was the biggest super fan that we ever had, and really, when you get started, because you start with an audience of zero and you start building up, and he was an early guy, and the fact that he liked what we were doing and was into it, what he did really did a lot, and maybe is one of the key contributors to where we're at today. The fact that you keep going, because when you're doing these things and no one's listening, how are you motivated to keep going? And a guy like Jeff did that. So I like the guy a lot, and I'm glad he came on tonight. But the question is, Jeff, you've been away for a while. What have you been up to?
Well,
yeah, what's been going on?
Well, what has been going on? I've been thinking about this. I saw that might be a question during this, but no, I've just been listening.
Shit.
I went back to being a super fan. It's awesome because I'll be driving. The thing is, it's a little bit different now. I used to have a lot more time to listen, but my job has changed a little bit where I can't listen to it all day because I have to be doing other stuff. I used to have it on like headphones or something like that, but since I'm out walking around and stuff, I can't wear headphones all the time. But I do get to listen, and like I said, I love listening to the the phone it in on the holidays. Still, I love listening to. And the thing is like before I was ever even on the podcast, I would kind of like talk like I was part of the cast, like when you guys would say, I'm like, no, not that, or something, like not that, or because like you'd be doing who's the best, makes the best bourbon barbecue sauce or something like that, you know what I mean? One of those shows, and or like I play along with Who Wants to Be a Bourbon Millionaire and stuff like that. Right. So I've been back to doing that, just sitting in my car like a lunatic, going, oh my god, that's hilarious. I would have done this though.
Right.
So I've just been being a fan and loving it, and I missed being on the show, and it just where there was a bunch of stuff going on that kind of took me out of the game. So I really appreciate you having me back, and I really appreciate the kind words, and yeah, like I said, I've been a fan and pretty much always will be. I just like I've always said this, but the nice part about your podcast is it's relatable. It's just a bunch of people sitting around drinking bourbon. Right. Whereas it's not a guy going, like, I'm the fancy man who likes bourbon and you should drink this because it's what I mean. So that's a very huge appeal to me.
As much as we'd like to talk about what Tim has going on right now, we probably shouldn't. This is one of the led to his ban from the network. So we'll talk.
Jeff, so are you still taking a shot of bourbon every night for your heart?
Yes, I am. It's funny because I just talked to my uncle about that. We had a parade yesterday. It's like my whole family was in town.
Wait, you guys had a Jeff from Iowa parade?
Yeah, I told them I was going to be on the Bourbon Daily, and they had a marching band and all. No, I'm just kidding. There's a
parade for the town.
No, there was a parade.
Ride in the red convertible up front, Jeff, or in the back?
On the back, yeah.
It just says big banners, Jeff from Iowa.
You're before or after the tractors.
They made me a crown and everything. Yeah, no, and a big furry robe or whatever. No, it was the city parade.
Band was playing.
For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, and
that's right.
Hail to the Chief and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But no, they had a parade, and my uncle was at our house, and I was talking to he asked me about bourbon. He was like, "Oh, are you still drinking that?" And I go, "Yep, every night. Every night I'm drinking bourbon."
Right. I tell people that. I'm like, it's actually good for your heart. I'm like, I know a guy.
Yeah,
He went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Hey, I don't know what you've been doing, but you're doing better than you were."
Yep, keep doing it.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with my diet or exercise. I could promise.
That's
you.
right.
Okay.
Definitely
And then
not the
after-
diet or exercise.
Yeah, and then
Couldn't
no,
be.
I didn't diet or exercise, so it couldn't have been.
Right.
Didn't change anything,
Do I look
Katie.
like a guy who
Nothing
diets
changed
and
at all
exercises?
except for the shot of bourbon every night. And the doctor's like, "I don't know
Right.
what you're doing, but you
Yeah.
better keep on." And he's like,
Yep,
"Wife,
yep.
I got to keep doing it."
And then
The
she, yeah,
doctor
then she
says.
said, you're just making excuses, you just want to drink every night. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll stop. I stopped doing it for a couple months, went back, and he's like, I don't know what happened, but everything's off the charts again. And you're,
Labs are for shit. Whatever you're doing, get back to it again.
yeah. He's
Drinking
like,
bourbon.
I don't know what you were doing before, but start doing that again, even if your
I'll
wife
say-
won't let you.
Hey, when you find those little local shows where like the 106-year-old happy birthday, it's like, oh, we've got Seymour Butts here. Happy birthday, 106. What's the secret? Kentucky sour mash and cigars. It's like it's the secret every single time.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Telling you.
So Jeff, we've got an event coming up in Swisher, Iowa. How close is that to you?
Oh, probably
Swisher.
about 4. I don't know. The thing is, I think Swishers. Where's that? Is that up north?
No, it's
I don't
Cedar
know.
Rapids area.
Oh, Cedar Rapids area. Yeah, that's probably 3 hours away.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours away. I'm over on the western half of the
Gosh,
state.
I live in St. Louis. I only live 4 hours away from that.
I know, isn't that crazy? Like
is crazy.
St. Louis is so weird because it's like 9 hours from where I
Katie
live.
probably lives
Louis.
3 hours because Katie's like an hour north.
Yeah,
so,
right.
yeah.
And that's the
I
thing,
gotta head
it's
north
so
to go to
weird.
Iowa, right?
It's so weird because you always said, oh, it takes me about what 2 or 3 hours to get to Kentucky or to get to Louisville. Or something
About
like
less than 4, like 3 hours and 40.
Yeah, and it takes me like 9.5. From where I'm
Right,
at. I don't know if it's just the roads or what.
I think that St. Louis is just like actually everywhere. Like everywhere from St. Louis, it's only
Right,
3
it's
or
close,
4 hours
yeah.
away.
Exactly.
St. Louis to
Everything's there.
anywhere, it's some sort of
Yeah.
time portal. Like if Steve wants to go to California, 3 hours away.
3
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
3 hours.
3 hours to LA.
I'd be
Key
to
West.
California by lunch if I leave in the morning.
Key West.
That's right.
Yeah, I can get to Swisher, Iowa in 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
That's about the same. Yeah, it's probably the same for me. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, that's wild. Okay. That's cool.
but no,
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know why. But and the thing is I don't like take back roads or anything. I take the interstates. but-
Right.
and-
So you're back with us for a bank of shows. Are you back, or is this a one-time hall pass you got for tonight?
Well, it's kind of. It's probably going to be very sporadic, and things like that. I'm not back. I can't.
Okay.
I can't be back yet.
Okay.
On
You're
parole.
working on it. You're working on
But
it. He's
like
on
I said,
parole.
I would love to be. But it's just not in the works right now. Maybe in the future, but
Okay.
just not right now.
Okay. Here's an interesting fact, and this gives you insight into Jeff. So I put a call out to listeners, and hey, you can submit bumpers. There's things like as you come out of commercial, you can submit bumpers, and from time to time, I'll play one from you that you did later. But the first ones you ever sent me, and again, at this point in my life, the only way I know Jeff is from Instagram. For the most part, he's not on his account. I saw him doing one thing in sunglasses and a hat on, and I couldn't really see who he was. He was doing that song,
The
Africa.
keyboard solo to
The keyboard. That's the only
Toto
time
from
he was
Africa,
ever on,
Africa.
and he's not. You don't hear him or anything because he's lip syncing. So I don't know what he sounds like.
Is that
So I
when
get this.
he did like the thing where, like remember he had the wig on?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember
That was different.
I
That
don't
was
know.
different. That was
That's
when
a
he started
throwback.
appearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
a different character.
Yeah, he had a character that got killed off. He had a character that he created.
She's actually still
Ultimately
alive.
got killed off.
She's actually still alive. Her sister
Oh,
had
okay.
to
It's like
scout.
a movie
And
where you find out
post-
she actually lived. Okay. Oh, God,
I
is that
totally
stuff,
forgot about that until just now. And I'm like,
is that stuff still out there
There's a
on
wig?
Instagram? Is that on Instagram where you can
No,
still
but it's
see?
on YouTube. I had a YouTube channel of it.
Okay, all right, we'll have to search that out. and check
It's
it
called
out.
Keith and Rhonda. Keith and
Yeah,
Rhonda.
yeah, Rhonda.
Rhonda, that's it.
I think Rhonda's the only one that ever actually followed me on anything. It was just absolutely not. Does not follow me.
Oh,
Rhonda.
Rhonda would go bourbon hunting and the
Yeah.
whole thing. Oh,
Look at what I found.
Oh, Rhonda.
I was laughing because I just saw the video. I don't know how it popped up, but I just saw the video for Jen. Curious Jen did a Irish car bomb, like reel, like a bunch of clips of people doing Irish car bombs for her. She sent out all these people, and yeah, it was all these dudes like, all right, I'm gonna have an Irish car bomb. Here we go. We're gonna put Irish and car bomb, and then I'm gonna drink it. And then I was like, hey everybody,
Hi, everybody.
yeah, and it was hilarious because it looked so out of place. They're always like rough biker dudes, like, hey, curious Jim, I'm gonna do some shots.
So I put out this call for fans of the programming to send in bumpers that brought us out of break. And could you recreate, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily, as I heard it. Again, I've never seen this guy. I don't know anything about him other than kind of a Bigfoot-like picture, all grainy and stuff like that, of him lip syncing a song. That's all I hear. So let's hear it, buddy. Let's hear a bumper coming out.
I was finger syncing it because I was playing the piano. It was the keyboard solo from Africa by Toto.
Yeah.
Hang on. That took like 42 takes, Steve. It's not like I just.
I didn't know.
Watching a professional at work here, though.
It sounded so good.
It sounded amazing.
Slide on the set. Oh, he's trying this.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to The Bourbon Daily with Steve Akeley.
So good.
This is
So
Jeff from
good.
Iowa. Iowa's newest bourbon fan. And it's funny because I said that. I don't know why I said that.
Bourbon fan.
I said
I still will call you that. I was newest bourbon fan. It's been like 6 years at this point.
I saw an ad for our weather station. They're like, the newest super Doppler. And I was like, oh man, that sounds cool when they say newest. So I had to get that in.
I was newest bourbon fan. My wife should be like, because I'd still say that. She'd be like, how long does he hold that title? Like, they're not getting new ones in Iowa.
No one's been newer yet.
Just one download of the podcast in Iowa based on the Google Analytics off of YouTube.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Right.
Steve definitely knows if I'm listening or not because that one. No, I've been telling a lot of people about the podcast too. Like I bumped into a guy at a gas station. They have raffles, and he was signing up for the raffle of some allocated stuff, and so I got to talking to him, and I was like, hey, do you listen to any podcasts? He's like, yeah, a few. Do you recommend it? I was like, oh yeah, Bourbon Daily. Anything by the ABV Network. It's awesome.
Oh, there you go.
So,
that's nice. That's nice.
Hopefully there's two now.
You might not
Spread
be the
new
was
gas station allocation lotteries. I love it.
Yeah, that's exciting to think. We might get our second Iowa fan. So that'd be exciting. Yeah. So, anything else? You said you're still drinking bourbon. So are you buying stuff, looking for stuff, or you just go to the store and you just buy a handle of Beam these days? What do you got?
I was hoping you'd ask that question because it has been really weird. I stopped hunting. Like, I used to go to the stores, all the time to see what was new. I stopped that, and I seem to find way more stuff now. It's crazy. Like,
really?
And another thing that's weird, and I don't know what they're doing down in Kentucky. Maybe you guys can explain it to me, but some weird gas station, like I go to, like, once a month or something like that when I'm on my way to work or something, I'll stop there, and they'll have like a super allocated bourbon, like Blanton's in the middle, or they'll have like a bottle of Blanton sitting on the counter, and I'll be like, is that for a raffle or what's that there for? And they're like, no, we just got it in. And they told me to put it here for sale or whatever, And so I would buy it, and then we've been getting a ton, and it's crazy, a ton of Buffalo Trace. You don't see that very often, it's all going to this one gas station, this one brand of gas station. So I don't know if they sold their souls to the devil or what. But
okay,
they're getting all those allocated.
The answer is yes, they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you call the ABV Barrel Shop,
Katie's cat is attacking her.
Assaulting.
Yes, Katie's cat is just absolutely mauling.
Right, and she's just fine. Katie's just standing there.
Yeah, this is normal.
Did you know that cat is actually the size of a tiger?
Now
Katie's so tall.
Ass in her
he
face.
looks normal size.
Yeah. Smell this. Is this? Am I fresh back there? Smell that.
The cat is very friendly.
I've been licking it all day. I hope it's clean.
Yeah. Huh.
So
Steve,
I do have a question for Jeff, if you don't mind. Let's squeeze this one in. So you're on parole now. Your temptations must be very much in check these days. You haven't been surfing the internet lately, have you, or looking at Instagram photos at all?
No, sir. I
4th of July stuff or anything?
No, I have. That was like 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Are there new ones?
There. Yeah, of
There's
course.
No, there are new ones.
Oh God!
That
So, anyways, did you have any questions for us, Jeff? What's been your favorite show you've listened to lately?
Well, jeez.
He's feeling very patriotic right now. I don't know. He just loves Fourth of July
Blushing right now,
so
folks.
much.
If you can see the blush, I mean, I'm getting a suntan over here through Zoom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's the thing. That's surprising. It probably would have been a more juicier show if we would have done it last. In this. No questions. Or what's my favorite show that I listened to? Like I said, I love all the phone-it-ins.
Right.
I was listening to some old stuff a while ago.
Love
and
the
some more
shit shows.
Yeah.
What's that?
The shit shows is what he likes. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also like the conversations. Like, for instance, I've been listening, recently. I don't know if did Steve, did you talk to Miss Beka Sue or did the FCC get a hold of her or anything like that? Because I was listening to one show and it almost sounded like she had like a British accent the whole time, and she was like talking very eloquently and very quiet.
Oh,
that
you
was on the Bourbon Show. That was my
Bourbon Show.
A lot of people talked about that. We
Yes.
had to fill in on the Bourbon Show on a series of episodes, and everybody's like, well, "She's so serious on this show."
Because it's a serious fucking show.
Yeah, she sounds different.
Like when I compare, like when I tell people, "Oh, listen to ABV Network," like, "Oh, like there's a bunch of shows on here which I listen to." I'm like, "Well, it depends. Do you like more serious, like just educated bourbon talk, or do you like people just yelling?" At each other and belligerently talking about things,
may or may not even talk
swearing a
about
lot.
bourbon on the whole
And people
show.
are like, and I'm like, really, like, up to you, like, what it is. And so then Steve asked me on the show, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck, I better be like top of the morning to you. Like, I better be like super,
actually,
like just.
I gave her no instructions, by the way. It wasn't like
I know. I was seeing that. I was.
Never
came over with us all by yourself.
Steve, like, you better make sure that you behave yourself on
Yeah.
this show. I was like, I better behave myself on this show.
Right. That was all. Yeah. Any restrictions?
That's my
were
bourbon
one
show.
shipping.
That's my other persona. It's the bourbon show.
Oh, there you
It
go.
was wild. I was like,
It's kind of fun. It's fun. It's fun pretending to be someone else.
And Beka, with that said, I believe you did throw a challenge out there that you're waiting for somebody to come into the distillery and say, "Wow, I've heard that voice before. That silky, velvety voice. Is that the voice from the Bourbon Show?"
What's your fucking Venmo?
I'm
What's your fucking Venmo? Okay, what is it? What is
I'm not asking to be paid. I'm just asking for acknowledgement that somebody came through.
You said
And
it,
wasn't
okay?
me.
You said it, Tim. All right.
All right, good. Thank you. I feel better. That's
You
all I
said
asked
it.
for.
I missed
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Oblivious to most of the world around me at most times. All right. I have no idea what's happening almost all the time. Almost all the time.
Almost. Yeah.
Katie, blink twice if you're okay. Because
Look at Ken now.
In her hair now.
Yeah.
It's part of her head.
Yeah.
They fused together. I'm not sure what's Katie and what's the cat at this point.
Right. Yeah.
He's purring like crazy though. He's happy.
Okay.
We're gonna have our show's gonna sound like The Godfather. Like the cat's just purr, purr, purr.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to edit that out. We all we can hear is
Yeah.
we can hear is the cat.
The cat. Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, it was great catching up to you. Hopefully, I don't know what it takes. If there's anything we can do to help loosen up your probation or anything like that, we love having
I'll
you on,
talk to
man.
the parole board.
Yeah. See what we can do. Put in a good word for him. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. All right, as we wrap this one up, let's talk about where people can find us. Katie, we're starting with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me wrestling this cat and being distracted throughout most of this podcast, and also over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, Tim.
you can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right, Jeff from Iowa, Iowa's newest bourbon fan.
You can find me. Just send Steve a DM on Instagram and tell him what you want to say to me, and then he can text me. I don't have any social media.
You can buy some minutes. You can
From
buy
now
some
on.
minutes at the Iowa State and give them a call.
Do you have a burner phone or anything we can use?
Money orders and cashier's checks at the local state
If you
penitentiary.
want to add some money into his commissary, you can just do that. You
I'll
can
get
get
a
some
P.O.
ramen
box.
noodles.
AT&T calling cards. I can be sent
By the
to.
way, he will send you out an Iowa license plate if you're interested. Yeah.
He'll send out hand drawings of himself, self-portraits he's been drawing in jail.
Yeah.
He is opening up a new tattoo parlor as well once he gets out, too. I've heard it. So
Yeah, nice. All right, Beka, how about you?
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop. We'd love to tell you about what we've got going on, have you taste some more whiskey. And by the way, if you like it, you can buy it. So check us out, ABV Barrel Shop. Sign up for our email and text distribution there. Becca, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.